said that. Me too.
Oscar winner Jamie Foxx and Oscar nominee Robert Downey Jr. star in The Soloist. It's based on a true story of an LA Times columnist who finds a musical prodigy and schizophrenic living on the streets of Los Angeles.
I'm going to write a column.
Their chance encounter sparked a series of articles, a best-selling book, and now a movie, which is an early Oscar favorite.
That same conflict has been there from the very first column. It's like, okay, we don't usually do columns like this, where we put somebody's name in the paper and say that they're struggling with a mental illness. And what does that mean to him? Is that something we ought to do, or something that we ought to, steer clear of?
Just playing two strings. It's a gift.
I think from the beginning, the instinct that I had, and in discussions with Mr. Harrod's sister and other family members and folks at the Mental Health Agency and my editors at the LA Times, we thought, why don't we do these things? We're part of the problem. We're part of the stigma. We're content to leave people off in the shadows here. And Mr. Harris has nothing to be ashamed of. If he makes the decision that, yes, he wants to participate and cooperate with you on the story, he should do that. Well, we shouldn't decide for him. And it's a rare opportunity to tell a human story about a guy who is having this second chance, this there but for the grace of God story, where a guy is rising up and he's finally getting some recognition, and he's been validated. He's not some bum on the street. He's a guy who was somebody's brother and somebody's son, and he's a man. He's a poet. He's a soul, and we can all learn something from him. Learn something from him.
It's funny.
Robert Downey Jr. is getting big thumbs up reviews for his portrayal of Lopez.
I don't think there's any journey for Steve Lopez as a training film to go on if he's this open-minded, big-hearted, connected person. I'm not always so sure what's going on. He has no idea what he's saying. What's the name? I thought they were you. Every day's a new day. Every situation's different. Steve and I, for some reason or other, just connected very quickly and easily. Liked his writing, just as an Angelino who reads the Times. So that helped. Full responsibility.
Oh, by all means, you feel full responsibility.
He told me stories about when he was working for other publications in other cities, and I noticed that he was a bit of a subversive, while still being very accessible.
The Soloist plays real because it was shot on the real tough streets of LA, where facts, not fiction, on a nightly basis.
Yeah, and we would do a night shoot, and there would be some people who were there as extras, and there would be some people who were there because that's where they would have been sleeping anyway, so they were getting paid to stay up all night and pretend they were active on the streets. It was a hugely dangerous thing and a massive legal liability. And the fact that it was pushed through and it was loud, I think, is tantamount to some sort of approval at the possibility of what the movie could communicate.
Your friend is downstairs.
A tough shoot and a tough time for Robbie's co-star, Jamie Foxx.
So he was a psychiatric hospital. The weight of playing this role was perpetually draining on his will. Everybody can relate to everybody when they're going through a crucible, and he was going through of sorts. So it was just kind of my job to show up and observe and report and attempt to enjoy it. And it wound up being a very satisfying couple months. A year ago, I met a man who was down on his luck. He was kind of careful. I thought I might be able to help him.
And this story has a happy ending, including the good experience in Hollywood for skeptical newspaper columns.
His courage, his humility, his power of his art.
I've never loved anything the way that he loves music.
Being his friend will carry you home.
This is the one story that I haven't written, isn't it? It's, and people have suggested you know, you're on this adventure, you have some new insights into this whole thing now because of the experience with the movie. What you read about it, readers would like to know. I don't know that they would. I think that if I did some of those comments, most of my readers would say, oh, you sold out. You sold out. Come on. Why don't you get out there and do some honest work and interview somebody real? I'm sure it's what I get from that.